We're here on 25-244 Wesley Weber. We were here on June 18th, 8 days ago. After you left here, you went over to probation. There was a suspicion that you were under the influence of drugs, and then you admitted that to Nicole Newman. So this was reset for today. What the hell's wrong with you?
All right, here comes the hammerget, ready for the judge to go full accountability mode. 8 days ago, this guy said all the right things. So why is the courtroom air about to get tense? Watch what happens when reality hits harder than a gavel.
You sat here 8 days ago and gave me this song and dance that hanging around the wrong people or some bullshit like that you hadn't used for a long time. The job was great and you were getting focused. And I asked you a question during the course of the plea if you used drugs or alcohol in the last 48 hours, and you told me no. So that's why I asked that question. What the hell's wrong with you?
I apologize, sir. I
don't want your apology. I want to know why you're doing what you're doing.
Well, I clearly have an issue. I mean, I'm not making...
What's the issue?
But my use of cocaine. And it's only cocaine, but you know...
Well, see, now, here's the problem.
Yes.
When a judge flat out says, you have no reason to be believed, that's not courtroom theater. That's a credibility death sentence. How would you regain trust if the court thinks everything out of your mouth is a lie? Comment below. Let's see your redemption plans.
Why would I believe anything you tell me from this point forward?
I understand.
Well, you may understand or you may not understand, but why would I believe anything you say from this point forward?
You don't have any reason to.
That's right. So, when did you last use cocaine?
I believe it's been within the last 4 days.
I know it's been within the last 4 days. I'm certain it wasn't 4 days ago.
Okay.
Right? So why don't you tell me, don't tell me what you believe. Tell me when you, the question was, when did you last use cocaine?
It's been within 3 days.
Okay. See, that doesn't answer the question either. The question is, when did you last? You're a bad bullshitter. Don't bullshit, okay?
Yeah.
The question is, when is the last time you used cocaine? You know when it was, so goddamn it, tell me what it was.
Yes, sir. Today is Thursday. It would have been Tuesday.
Is that a question or an answer?
That is an answer.
Okay. Tuesday when?
Afternoon.
Where?
At work.
At work.
Yes, sir.
Where'd you get it from?
Someone I know in my hometown.
Okay. Who did you get it from?
Do you need a name specifically?
See, here we go. Okay.
I'm asking, sir.
No, I'm asking you.
Yes.
And you're evading me. Okay. The question was, who did you get it from? That's a very specific question with only one answer. The answer is the name of the person you got it from.
His name is Bryant.
What?
Bryant is the first name.
Bryant.
Yes, sir.
All right. Is he like Pele? He only goes by one name, or
Bryant Thompson.
Bryant Thompson.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And how do you know Bryant Thompson?
Just through mutual friends.
Which friends?
I believe I met him through my barber. My barber ended up giving me his name years ago.
Why?
For that use.
Okay. How many years ago?
3.
What are you going to do about your drug problem?
Well, like you said, I know you don't have reason to believe me, but I am motivated with my work schedule and keeping my...
Well, you're using cocaine at work.
Yeah, I understand, but it's,
No wonder why you're motivated to be there.
but I understand how it's affected my job, and my performance is lower when I do, and I don't want it to affect that.
Okay,
Any
so
longer.
what are you going to do about it?
I'm going to quit use, and I'm going to seek more help. I have, I don't know a name yet, but my mother knows a counselor through church who she's going to try to help me get
What
in contact.
church?
It's called Grace Fellowship in Niles, Ohio.
Boom, did you catch that? We just hit what might be the fastest violation in intervention history. That's not a record you want ever. At this point, even the courtroom walls are face-palming. Keep watching, it only gets messier.
Didn't you go through some treatment program before?
I did.
What was that?
So that was through the Niles court, and to be honest, it was just it was not very in depth. It wasn't super helpful, I don't think, for me.
Why didn't you go to one that was more in-depth and more helpful?
I should have.
I know, why didn't you? Because you didn't want to, okay? Because you liked getting high, right?
Yes, sir.
This could be the fastest violation in a history of intervention. An all-time record. Who's your boss over there at Verizon?
His name is Andrew Nelson.
Does he know you're getting high at work?
I don't believe so. He might suspect.
Did he ever say anything to you?
He hasn't.
That doesn't seem like a very good place to work.
I know I don't represent them well, but it honestly is a very great place to work. And not represented well by me, I understand that.
Where did you work before that?
I was a supervisor at UPS for 6 years.
You were using it then too, right?
This is a prime example of courtroom accountability versus excuses. The judge's patience is running on fumes. And this part, it's deeper than just drugs, it's about purpose, spirals, and broken trust. Would tougher rehab earlier have made a difference?
Not the entire time, the last 2 years of my work there, yes, I was.
Was there something, what drugs did you use before cocaine?
Slight marijuana and drinking casually, just with, on weekends. But nothing ever to the extent that I have when I started using cocaine.
So, and you're how old now?
32, almost 33.
So when you were 28 or 29, you started using cocaine?
Correct.
Okay. And was there, of course, for the sake of this discussion, I'm going to believe what you're telling me, okay? So is there some reason you went through your first 28 years without using cocaine and decided, shit, what a great idea it would be to get hooked on cocaine? Is there something that prompted that?
I wish I had a really good answer for that, but I don't.
Well, what is the answer? Give me the shitty answer.
It was I was lacking purpose in my life, and I was
And
feeling
you
it
found
was.
purpose in cocaine.
No, it made me wander off more.
Did you think it was going to give you purpose in life?
I don't know what I was thinking when I did it, to be 100% honest with you.
How much does cocaine cost these days?
It's expensive. I mean, a gram is like $100, and they go fast.
We actually didn't do an entry on this, right? So I haven't sentenced him yet, or I haven't made the final determination yet as to what the terms of your intervention. They ain't the same as they were 8 days ago, I'll tell you that. Because you have no ability to control your habit. Do you think you have the ability to control your habit?
I did for several months, and then I made one bad decision.
Which months?
So from February up until about 2 weeks ago, I was clean because I was doing that Travco program where I was testing clean.
The what?
I was doing a drug program in Warren out of the Niles court called Travco, where I was being tested.
How do I know that?
I don't know how to. I mean, I was doing it through the Niles for the Niles court.
Okay, how do I know that?
You don't.
Right.
You don't.
That's the problem when you start lying to me.
I understand.
And then this entire time, I don't believe anything you're telling.
I understand.
Okay, so let's, again, for the sake of our discussion, I'll assume that you have been testing in Niles Court. And further assume that it had been negative. So for several months, you weren't using them.
Correct.
And then when the program was done, you immediately figured, well, I ain't getting tested no more, I'll start using it again. Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you have no control over that issue. Because if you had control over it, you wouldn't have went back to use it.
Correct.
Correct. So you think going to some counselor at some church you don't belong to that your mother suggested is the solution to your problem?
Not the end all be all. I think it could aid, it could help, but I understand it's not the solution. It's not going to fix everything.
Why don't you find the solution?
Okay.
What does that mean? I mean, the question is, why don't you find the solution? Did you ever think maybe the solution to your problems might be found in the pursuing of the solution to your problem?
Yes.
No, you didn't. Ms. Tomaszek, anything you'd like to say?
Just briefly, Your Honor, since Mr. Weber technically wasn't sentenced, I would just like to ask the court to allow him one more opportunity to do the intervention in lieu of conviction with, I do believe Mr. Weber needs much more treatment than he sets out. So we would just like to ask the court to allow him one more chance at the intervention in lieu and maybe a little more stricter conditions, Your Honor. Thank you.
Ms. Randallson, anything you'd like to say?
Well, I do want to say, Your Honor, that when Wesley interviewed with me, he was not high. So that's why it's so easy to tell that he was high previously and that he is high today. It's totally different in me. And although it might not be what Mr. Weber wants, I think that the jail treatment program.
And just like that Boomalel deal's gone. The court rescinds the lighter sentence, and now we're talking 47 days in jail. Mental evaluations, weekly meetings, the whole 9 yards. This is justice making a pivot. Was it fair? Too harsh? Sound off below.
What in your telephone under what's the contact information you have for Bryant?
I would have to pull out my phone in order to, you mean the actual number?
No, just pull out, tell me when you go to, what's he under, Thompson?
Correct.
Okay.
Did you want me to do that, sir?
No,
Okay.
I just want to know what it was under. I mean, it probably wouldn't be a bad idea to delete it.
I would do that right now if you want me to, sir.
The terms that were put on the record, that not yet adopted by judgment entry on June 18th are rescinded. That's where you were placed on the 1-year plan with 2 days in jail, no drugs or alcohol, felon employment. So the new terms, you're going to stay on the intervention, 4-year plan, 47 days in jail with credit for 2. The last 30 days, you're going to be in the jail treatment program. Complete it, follow all recommendations. You're going to get a mental health evaluation, follow all the recommendations. You're to have no drugs or alcohol in your screen. You attend at least 3 AA or NA meetings a week and get a sponsor.
That line cuts deep. Tell them you have a felony. They'll probably ignore you. Brutal but real. This moment, right here. It's not just a sentence, it's a wake-up call. If you've ever hit rock bottom or watched someone who did, turn it around.
Obtain and maintain full employment, pay the costs and supervision fees. Ms. Randallson, any other terms of the plan?
No, Your Honor.
You understand the terms of the plan?
I believe so.
Is there anything you don't understand?
Does that mean I go to jail?
Yes, it does.